This time on Rough and Ready Garage, we tear down that 351 Windsor. We're getting it tore down to put back in the Bronco. So stay tuned, see what we can come up with. Just thrashing. Okay, back in the shop here, and here in front of us is a 351 Windsor. If you followed along, you know my semi-built 302 in the Bronco has got incredible blow-by. I got GT40P heads on there, significantly increased my compression, and now the blow-by is nuts. So either way, that motor needs to come out, and probably wasn't the right motor for that build to begin with, so I wanted to get a 351. This 351 is out at an 85 F350. Most things on it look to be original. The starter I pulled off still says Motorcraft, so I'm thinking almost everything on here is original, other than maybe, you know, little odds and ends, spark plug wires, stuff like that. So first order of business is tear this thing down, see what we have, and see what all it's going to need. I'm expecting at least, you know, a dingle ball rebuild kind of thing. Maybe just throw some new rings at it. But, you know, it may very well need more than that. I don't know until I dig in. The price was right. I got this and a C6 with it for 300 bucks. So if all this ends up being as a block and everything else needs to be redone, then fine. I can live with that $300. I mean, realistically, $150 core price. That's pretty much unheard of. So I'll get you in here just to have a quick look around, and then we're gonna start yanking stuff off because everything is still on here. Absolutely everything. Okay, have a look. Okay, here she is in all of her crusty glory. Honestly, it's not that bad. Probably first thing I'm gonna do is pull some plugs, see what they look like, see if those are telling me any kind of a story. But otherwise, yeah. Complete motor at least, with all accessories and everything. Distributor cap and plugs, typical kind of maintenance items, nothing crazy on here. Looks how I'd expect, you know, original motor, leaks a little, doesn't look horrible. 2-barrel on here, so that'll be going. And yeah, it's just kind of currently buried in all the wires and hoses and things that came with it. So turns over freely. I'm not sure what else to say. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna start tearing this down and bring you guys along for the ride. See what we got. You know, I haven't torn down one of these in stock form in a while, so I could be wrong, but I don't remember the 900 different vacuum hoses connected to everything. So yeah, this is fun. Just yanking it all out. I'm not gonna use any of this, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful, but really don't need to, it's all junk. But anyway, this is where we're at. So gotta get through all this mess, and then we can do the important stuff, like pop valve covers, take the carb off, and get taking the heads off. Not covered in oil, not totally burnt out. That's, you know, maybe a little rich. Everything runs rich, which means we'd rather rich than lean. I got the last bolt out, and that's the heave ho. And that gets rid of the old Autolite 2-barrel. That's a little crusty. This whole motor smells so badly like varnished gas. Doesn't look too crazy to me. Yeah, it's not too bad. Does it still move? Not that I really care, so I'm not planning to use it, but it still functions. Good stuff. Quick look down there in the engine bay, see if we can see anything. I gotta not get in my shadow. And somehow also give you a, oh, have a look. Get in there. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I've got the lighting for you, but anyway, you'll notice an absence of rust. It's not this color. It's more this color. So, looking good so far. I'm gonna pop these valve covers off, see how greasy that looks, and we'll check. Okay, should we do a little movie magic? Valve cover off now. That was probably horrible. You know what? This looks all right. And this gasket even looks semi-recent. I wonder if it isn't recent. It's like a little sludgy in there, but I mean, come on. A little loose. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, I got a collapsed lifter in there for sure. Hopefully that's all that is. All right, well, let's come around here. Oh yeah, that's a win. What do we got on this side? What kind of stories are you gonna tell me? Good, 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 good. Okay, so cylinder 2. Maybe a bit of a bad girl. All right, well, so this is always the fun part, right? You get the valve covers off, and this will kind of give you the initial, okay, how's it looking? But anyway, hopefully that's nothing too bad. We will find out shortly. All right, it's telling me a few more secrets. We've got a, oh, she's real bent. Okay. This is the part you find out your motor's junk, isn't it? She is bent bad. I love people that sell used stuff, man. Oh, she was running a little rough. Yeah, whatever. Oh, that's hilarious. Holy. That is, well, I've never, what do we do with this? How do you come out? Will you? That bent, hey? Crazy. Okay, well, let the adventure begin on this one. That's for sure. You're not bad. You're not bad. So 2 very bent push rods, and yeah, we'll dig in further and see what else is going on. Okay, so as we found, we've got, we had one bent push rod on this guy, and this one's so bent. I haven't found the combination of turns to make yet to get it out. But anyway, we're about to pop the intake off. So I'm thinking this thing sat for a long time. It's nice and gummy, and we've got a stuck valve. I don't even have 2. That one sounds good. That one even sounds a little stuck. Sounds good. Yeah, I think we've got a few stuck valves, which I'm not really that worried about. That side seems a lot looser to me, but anyway, I'm not really that worried about it. We're pulling all this stuff off. You know, I was gonna reuse valve train if I can, It's at least going to get new lifters with the cam. I was going to try to run stock springs, but we're going to see. I've got a set of GT40P heads that are on the 302 right now that I think are going to go on here. We're just going to decide what we want to do. But anyhow, first order of business is we're going to vacuum up all this junk off the top of the intake. No shortage of mouse crap on there. Get that vacuumed. Get the distributor soaking down because it is, as I predicted, nice and seized. So we'll have to get something soaking in there. And then, yeah, then we're going to yank this intake off and start pulling heads. And should probably take those accessories off first. Not going to be able to pull heads till we do that. So we'll get accessories off. Keep plugging away here. Alrighty, I'm going to set you guys up and get to work. Yeah, we've got a gasket. No, we don't. We've got a valley pan. Okay, well, maybe someone's been in this before, because this has got a bunch of RTV in it. Maybe. Let's put this down for a sec. We'll come back to you. Rusty. It's not horrible. Sure, a good portion of this stuff fell in there just now. So, can you go this way? No. Can we bend you back and get you to come out? One-handed push rod bend. I doubt that very much. Probably gonna have to cut this sucker. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Anyhow, I don't know. Looks okay. It's not filled with sludge or anything. It's a 351. It's official. Cool. Cool. To me, this looks like, oh no, the gasket's separate. That's just chunking right off. I'll have to look what they say they did from factory, because should have something stamped on here if this is original Ford gasket, which I don't currently see anything. That's, yeah, I don't know, nothing stamped on here, so maybe this has been opened before. Anyway, that's that with the intake. So, figure out how to get that push rod out. Next order of business is yank the accessories off, then we can try to get these heads off. So, I'm gonna get started on that. All right, one intake bolt there fought me a little, but nothing a little heat and lube can't fix. Words to live by. Fixes more problems than I care to count. And yeah, time to yank these heads off and see what kind of a story the pistons are going to tell us. So I'll crack loose all those bolts and bring you with me once we're ready to pop that off. Some fun. The heads were not easy to get off. That one popped off, so that's not good. I don't know how that'll impact my plans of potentially reusing these. But I think I just got this one to come loose, so we'll give this a yank. Yeah, there it is. And yeah, holy carbon. Wild. Wild, wild. But I don't immediately see anything too scary. Feel for a ring ridge here in a minute. What do you have going on? You see what I'm looking at. If I do that, no, not really. Okay, so I'm just gonna crank it over a little and watch how these pistons move. See if it moves over easily as well. Very small indentation there. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna crank her over a few times and see what we got. My initial thought was that that was a mark. It still might be. It's really hard to say because it's in all of them. It's just this one's got a lot less significantly less carbon on it. It turns over nicely though. A little bit of a interesting sounding spot right there. Well, let's feel for a ring ridge, see what we got. I'm sure it's terrible. Oh. Oh my goodness. Huh. Well, maybe it's just carbon. Hard to tell. It's definitely catching my finger. That is, yeah, no, that bore is smooth as a whistle. There is no crosshatch left in there. Show you what I'm looking at. Seeing that one better. Yeah, well, this is covered in carbon, really. So, anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and be swapping out pistons when we do the rings. But I wanna get that head flipped over. Just make sure I don't have any, yeah, I don't know, it's really hard to tell. That indent looks worse than that one, but that one also just doesn't have any carbon on it right now, so let me dig into that and see what I can figure out. Okay, we've got it flipped over. Hardly any coolant came out. We're gonna pop all these bolts out. It's pretty crusty under here. You can see her rear main was leaking, obviously. I think the pan is still solid. I don't know, over here looks a little questionable. I don't know. Anyhow, we're gonna bust these bolts out and rip this pan off. See what we're looking at. Okay, should be close. Popping this oil pan off. breaking the seal. There it goes. More or less. Let's see, is that enough? Sure was. Okay, oil pan, tell me your secrets. Yuck. Well, I don't think it looks horrible. Anything crazy here? Let's rotate it over here. Just for fun. Just gonna grab a magnet. We've got, as to be expected, we've got sludge in the bottom, but I don't think it's anything metal. No, that just has oil on it. Nope. Just sludgy and dirty. But honestly, I don't think that's too bad. I'm not terribly concerned. And that'll clean up nicely. There's lots of metal left on that oil pan. Just the paint is all crusty on one side. Like pickup doesn't even look too bad. Pickup screen's definitely not clogged. Nothing looks or feels loose. Everything appears to still be here. Crusty old seal. Interesting. Alrighty, I'm going to crank this over and see what we get. I've already done this quite a few times, so I'm not expecting anything. Not expecting any new news, so to speak, but yeah, I'm just more so curious. Well, we're gonna dump a whole bunch of oil on the ground now. Good stuff. Get our handy dandy rag under there. I am making a mess. What else is new? At least it's organic, right? This all looks just fine to me. Or I can, I don't think this thing needs forged pistons by any means. It's certainly not going to be that kind of application. So yeah, with that in mind, this is going to be, ideally I'm leaving this stock bore. I'm just cleaning up the cylinder walls. I think we're going to be able to get away with that. Re-ring, we're keeping the stock stroke, and I'm going to throw a small cam at it. An RB cam, if you will. So yeah, you know what, with that in mind, throw that in as well. What pistons, what cam would you run? 4x4, 86 Bronco, so full-size Bronco. It's on a 6-inch lift, currently has 35s. It'll probably have 37s or 38s in the next year or two. So with that in mind, let me know. Oh, and 4-barrel intake.